See, quote me anywhere. I'm the one saying it. In the next 200 to 250 years, going to 300, anything about African culture, anything that represents the traditional root of Africa would have been erased. Everything about our values would have gone into extinction. Based on the way we Africans have chosen to live our lives. This is very serious. I put it to you that we, our generation, is the last crop of African generation that know anything about Africa, that carry Africa, that represent Africa. Like, are you looking at the children that we're giving birth to? We are not bringing them up in the African way. We name them foreign names. They don't know how to speak our mother tongue. So on and so forth. The dressing, anything, the music they listen to, everything. There is nothing Africa inside. And our problem is to come online and be heaping blames on Britain. Yesterday, if you notice very well, you realize I have not been coming online, right? Because I have a lot of shoes. Yesterday, I was preparing to go for my shoe, right? And then one of my neighbor, not this woman for this neighborhood, one just called me and said, Simple, I saw your video on YouTube. And I was like, okay, which one? I was even happy that she just lambasted me and said, so now that this I did, she began respect for me before, but I've lost it. I was like, what happened? She said that, oh, so I because say we did online, because that they get followers, because they say we got to dictate to people the names where they go name their children. He said, just see and say, now youthful, exuberant, now they worry me. Say, if I born my own children, may I go name the African name. Now that time I go understand. I was like, hey. The next thing, the people she was with, somebody amongst them said, now, so that before that online, what they do, they get some follow, I get some money, just they talk anyhow. Just they talk anyhow. They don't say, now, real life be this. So. While they were talking, I started walking away from them. And the only thing that was in my head was that these people are just trying to confirm my statement that I said Africans are not interested in solution. No. We want more problems. We want to leave the problem. Do you understand? And these problems are birthed by our own decision. After we are done deciding to go on the wrong path, and then the consequence for that, our decision hits us on the face, we turn around and start looking for who to blame. Yesterday, I joined somebody's live, and they were talking about atheism, African traditional religion, Bible-supported slavery, we should do away with Christianity, and blah, 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 blah. And they also talked about slavery. And from the way Africans were talking on that platform, it's a clear indication that we don't even know anything about ourselves. We don't. And from the numerous lives that I've joined where they talk about Africa, it is so obvious that Africans don't even know anything about themselves. And if we don't know anything about ourselves, what do you expect our children to know? They will be total strangers to our history. So follow me as we dive into this new series of knowing how Africans lived before the coming of the Europeans. I will explain everything to your understanding. If you're done listening to this new series, you will blame yourself for blaming Britain. You will blame yourself for listening to those melanated guys, those Jemima, that one that calls herself Jemima, and all of them heaping blames on Britain. You blame yourself. People are just trying to fool Africans. Because we are people who always want to have their emotions and sentiments glorified. We don't want to hear truth. And that is the reason I'm telling you now that in the next maximum 300 years, Africa would have gone into extinction. Because it is not this video that I'm doing that will make Africans change. Because we're not interested in solution. Everybody's complaining that Africa is going into extinction. What can we do now? We are not saying that. Let us retain our names, retain our language, retain our way of life. Somebody is telling me that I'm talking nonsense online. So let's continue giving ourselves foreign names, speaking foreign language, wearing foreign clothes, doing everything foreign, and you tell me how you are going to preserve Africa. We keep making the wrong decisions. And when the result of that, our wrong decisions hit us on the face, we look for who to blame. Of course, it has to be Britain, or France, or Germany, or China. Now, not reason this person, they tell us so, we go chichichi, we go cho. We know they pray, and go fit fool now.